With my colleagues, it's a great pleasure to host this LF Energy Summit and to welcome you for these 2 days. And it's the opportunity for me as well to share with you 1 or 2 reasons why RTE decided to join this initiative and to be an active member of the open source community. The first time that, as a grid operator, firstly, I think that our business is to create links, to connect people with energy, and to create solidarity between different scale of territory. And so, to be able to create this common is part of our DNA. We have 2 main assets, in fact, to do that. The first is the grid, the infrastructures, the part that is very visible. But as we are a monopoly, the second asset is the trust. We need to take care and to make everything so that people can trust in us. And one of our job is to achieve some prospective studies. Adequacy forecast, for example, which is a very sensitive topic, and for example, especially in France, when we have to publish new studies just to answer to this question, is it possible to reduce the share of the nuclear power in the French electricity mix? As you can imagine, the answer is quite sensitive. So we, to be able to provide this type of results, in fact, you do not need only to publish the results. We consider that many years ago that we have also to be very transparent about the data that we use, the hypothesis that we use. The first step was to promote open data. But as we use homemade software to make the simulation and then to be able to publish the results, we decided, in fact, also to publish the software that we developed in open source in order to build this trust. So it was our first thinking about how we can be more involved in the open source community. We know this community because as a software developer, we use some open source bricks. But for our own business, it was the first step. And then we have, with most of the countries, to deal with a big challenge is how to achieve the energy transition. You mentioned one of a big challenge that we are all of us facing. And so we consider that part of the answer for us, which is very important, is how we can adapt a transmission grid that has been designed for another purpose. The grid has been developed for decades and not well adapted to a strong implementation of renewables. And we will have to deal with the energy transition using this asset. We cannot imagine, for example, that in France we have in our asset more or less 100,000 kilometers of transmission line. We won't be able to rebuild it exactly in the right place for the renewables. So we consider that it's a strong combination between digital solution and the power grid, which can help us to make the grid more flexible and relevant to welcome the renewables. So we have a lot of topics, in fact, to deal with. And it's the time to remind our DNA. It's to build common, it's to build also cooperation. And we see our grid not only as a space for competition. We know that, in fact, the grid is the space where competition can be organized so that you can buy the most efficient source of energy, for example, but it's also a place for cooperation. For me, the grid should be a place for co-opetition. We do not have to oppose the things, but to see how we can make them live together. And so for us, it's also important to be part of this initiative as a way to answer commonly to those challenges. To give example of challenges that we have to face, and it's urgent, is to develop flexibility, because we know that it is a resource, in fact, to balance a grid with much more renewable. And to be able to leverage this flexibility, we need to aggregate different sort of flexibility, and digital platform are one of the key features, in fact, to do that. But we need also common standards. And what we do believe, it's, as it is urgent, we can make standards doing the thing. Because the process of usual standardization committees, and then I think it's not efficient enough, it's not fast enough to deal with the topics that we have to tackle today. Another example is also to avoid the multiplication of those platforms. And you spoke about electrical vehicle. So there are so many pilot of digital platform to integrate electrical vehicle in the grid that if we don't stop, we will have more platforms than electrical car tomorrow. So it's an issue for us also to try to be more efficient and to optimize that, sharing some elementary bricks, in fact, to build those common. One of the last features I would like to quote here is, I do think that, in fact, it is not possible to succeed in the energy transition without temperance in energy use. We need to be more connected to the energy to well understand our behavior has an impact. We will succeed in the energy transition if we are also able to temper the energy use. And information technology are one of the key features to do that, because it's a way to make the people more close to the energy use, to well understand how there is a relationship between their behavior, their choice, and the result on the energy transition. And it's another part, in fact, where open source can provide some common tools, common ideas, common bricks, in fact, to accelerate the development of the energy transition. So it's you have 2 days to share all your ideas, to try perhaps also to imagine new project that we can launch together. And it's especially a great pleasure to see that there are some other grid operators in the room, because we do believe that it is part of our mission, in fact, to promote such initiative, to build new commons, digital commons, to tackle this challenge of the energy transition. Thank you.